Shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, and bishops, great meals, doing rule well. Peace, citation, hope for elect. All right, it's your brother HaqaDASH, representing GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing. They bring out an edifying, quick and edifying entrancing or exhortation through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. All right, and just real quick, man, it was on my spirit, and I've been hearing it all week in different forms, in different ways. And the summary is what the spirit gave me as a title, right? And is the best performers perform when they're tired. And I'm saying that because that's written in the scriptures, and to some degree in its own fashion. For example, the scriptures talk about, first off, the scriptures talk about this. It says the race is not given to the swift. So the race is the point. So the scriptures let us know that this is a race. This is a marathon. This is a we're in game. We're in a game, and it's live. All right. And the coach put us in. Coach being Yahweh Shema Shah, and we have to perform. Right now, you got the start of the NBA season. I love basketball, okay, and football, but I love basketball, right? And the point is that now the season is starting. All in the beginning of the talks of the preseason and the start of the season, you got talks of them saying, yeah, like for the Cavs, right? Because we in Cleveland, right? The Cavs is a great team, but they don't nobody care what they do in the regular season because they could never get past the second round. 3 years now, and they've been in the same predicament. Changed the roster, upgraded the roster 3 times, and still cannot get past the second round of the finals. Of the playoffs. So people like, look, man, we don't care what they do in the playoffs, man. No matter what record, they had the best record, if I'm not mistaken, in the NBA last year, outside of OKC, if I'm not mistaken. And they like, we don't give a damn about your regular season record. We only care about your playoff record. The playoffs comes when? At the end. The playoff is at the end. It's 82 games in the season, in the NBA season, but the only thing matter is the playoffs. Why? Because the playoffs determines who actually get the championship, who actually get the trophy, which in their case would be a crown. So in our case, right now we're in the game, right? The coach put us in, like I said, Yabin Yahabashim. That's the regular season. But right now, we are now entered the playoffs, which is Jacob's trouble. The hour of temptation is upon us. These are closer than what we believe. Our salvation is closer than what we believe. Meaning what? Jacob's trouble is close. Persecution is close, right? Pilgrimaging is close, if that's a word. MOTB, all these different things that the end time prophecies are close, which means what? We're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. And the scriptures say what? Matthew 24:13. He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. The end. We have to endure until the end. Then you will be saved. We're not saved right now. The ones that endure to the end, those will receive the crown. Okay? Because that means they actually won. The best performers, as this title, the Spirit gave me the title, the best performers perform when they're tired. And when do the best performers like LeBrons and the Kobe's and the Michael Jordans and the athletes of the world, right? The Tiger Woods, the whatever sport and whatever, they got the crown, they got the trophy, that gold trophy, which represents in their case their crown. In our case, it will be a crown from Yahweh RAWCHAA, Lord willing. That trophy, that crown, that gold crown, will be given unto these men once the fight is over, once the game is over. And they're gonna, and it's only over until it's over. But in the process, in order for it to be over, we have to perform. And those best players being the elect in our case, the elect of YAHAWASHI, the chosen of YAHWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, they were chosen to perform when they're tired. Right now, you got a lot of men getting weak. The closer we get to these prophecies, yeah, it's going to get harder, it's going to get tougher. But what you see what Apostle Tahar doing? He turned up. He put out the most videos in all of Great Millstone. You might say, well, that's Apostle Tahar, but look though, Apostle Tahar ain't I believe he elect. He ain't the one only elect. You got other elect. The point I'm making is that you got a large multitude. You got 144,000 soldiers. What I'm talking about, because that's just one. You got many apostles and brothers that are deemed as the elect in the eyes of YAHWAH. So the point I brought up Apostle Tahar is because he's going hard. The closer we are to salvation, the closer we are to the final prophecies being coming to pass, you're going to see the best players perform. Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, the apostles going hard. They didn't slow down. They pick up the pace. And they're older men in the flesh. They picked up the pace. Apostle Ricard, they picked up the pace. Traveling, going to the city. Bro, they picked up the pace. Why? Because they're the best. They're the best on our team right now. They're the best on the squad. And the best players perform when they're tired. You don't think they tired? You don't think spirits is effing with them at a higher degree? That's a wearisome on the flesh. The more spirits mess with you, though, it's a wearisome on the flesh. You get ailment, sicknesses, and so forth. A lot of things come in the flesh. The more you stay in the spirit, because you're becoming wiser. You're becoming more advanced in the spirit. So therefore, a balance has to happen, which you're going to be affected in the flesh. That's the balance. So you don't think of the apostles, a great millstone, and those the bishops, a great millstone, and the elderly the elder brothers that's been laboring and warring in this thing for X amount of years. You don't think they tired? Yes, they are. But what is going on? They increased elder Yashawambas and the elder Makamas and the elder Mayaka Allah and whoever, man, all the elders across the board, man, the bishops in Connecticut. They're tired, bro. But what's going on? They're performing at an elite level. So when you think about it and you understand it, the elect is called what? They are known as what? The elite. Again, Matthew 24:13. He that endured till the end, the same shall be saved. Why? Because they're elite. Because they performed all the way till the end. The performers will get the crown. Because the performers are ultimately the ones who believe. Scriptures tell you in the book of James that faith without works is dead. Kobe believed, even if it's written, our stories are written. Kobe and these different great athletes of the world, they believed. Jordan was told that he couldn't be this and that. Jordan wasn't Jordan in college or in this time frame. He had to become Jordan. So meaning what? He believed and had faith that he could be what he was. And then he became that. He never stopped working. Long nights, early mornings, not seeing family. These are things that's required in the truth. Late nights, early mornings, not seeing family. No time for family time. We ain't here to be the dad of the year. These are things that the great performers are doing, man. Making sure they evolving for the team. The team in this case will be your church that you are in your city. Okay? So the best performers, they perform when they're tired, man. You see? It don't matter about the condition that they're facing. They perform as if it's not there. As if it's not there. They perform. They perform, man. And that's the point. The best performers perform when they're tired. And we got to have that mindset. The scriptures say, and it's like I don't got my other phone or nothing like that, because I need another phone actually to bring out precepts when I'm going live like this. But the scriptures say, damn, I lost the precept. It's gone. I was thinking about the spirit, Lord willing, to come back to me. Damn, man, I forgot, man. But nonetheless, yeah, man, he didn't do it to the end, and the same should be saved, man. Okay, it's not about nothing else. It's about endurance. The best players are the ones that had the highest endurance, even when they got hurt. Being compatible, if that's the right way to use that. Being endurable, unbreakable, unmovable, as the scriptures say. So even when fatigue kicks in, like again, we're using sports because that's the best analogy. Fourth quarter, last minute. That's when you're the most tired. The game goes down to the last minute. You got situations all the time where the niggas that's down bad might be down by 10, 20 points. They always come. You got teams where instances where the teams come back and win the game because the other team got tired. Or boxing, niggas last into the 12th round. He got knocked down twice, but he was able to beat the count. He get up, perform, and now he knock out the nigga. Come on, man. He knock out the nigga that's been knocking him out in the 12th round because that man's endurance was weak. He was fatigued to the point he couldn't think straight. His legs wasn't there. His performance wasn't there because of fatigue kicked in. So his performance wasn't there. Okay, adorable. He wasn't compatible or whatever. Got to be there when fatigue is there, because fatigue is going to come. It's here now. Brother's tired. You got to work harder just to make ends meet until this place crash. You got to work harder to make ends meet. You got to work harder to feed your family. You got to work harder just to sustain your bills and your life. Because you need money to even do the ministry, right? To have a phone, to go live, and books, and we got to work for things like that. But fatigue is kicking in, so you might find yourself not as reading as much, not doing as many videos as you once were. But that's why the scripture tell you in Revelations, remember thy first work, or I will come unto these quickly. Constantly, we got, that's the scripture. The scriptures say, put on as the elect. Put on as the elect, and the elect are the elite of Israel. And the elite of Israel are the ones who will perform when they're tired. When fatigue is in, they're going to perform no matter what, to the point it looks like they're not fatigued. When you look at our apostles, you look at our elders, you look at the bishops and the deacons, they're performing at a high level as if they're not fatigued. You got brothers checking out of this thing, man. All right, getting weak at the last minute. Getting weak at the last minute, or falling victim to that weakness, conforming and succumbing to that weakness. Hey, man, ask the Lord to give you strength. Said that 144. Ask the Lord to give you strength and courage and boldness to stand so stiffly for the name of the Lord in great boldness in the face of those who afflict us. Increase your endurance to the end so that you be saved, man. Because those are the only ones that's going to be saved. Why? Because they were indestructible. And they performed when they were tired. and they're going to be greatly rewarded for their works, whoever that may be, right? In terms of our identity. Right now we know they're the elect, but we don't know who the elect is. Have an idea, but we don't know exactly yet. So Lord willing, this quick exhortation was edifying. Hey, remember to perform. Just perform, man. Jake be trying to do too much, think too much. Perform, bro. It's requirements, and you got to meet those requirements. Do your videos. Apostle said 3 videos a week. Jake can't even do that. If the apostle said 1 video a week, Jake could do none. You got some brothers that's doing 1 video a week, giving the bare minimum towards the Lord, man. They think it's towards you. No, nigga, it's towards the Lord. And you got to say it like that because Jake be moving like niggas, man. Hey, you got to perform when you tired, bro. We getting to beat the fuck down in the spirit. But what? Do we neglect our duties? Do a sergeant or an officer or whoever neglect their duties because they're tired? Right? No. Bro, I'm on a battlefield, bro. I'm tired as hell. We in the trenches. You walking through the water, the mud. You know what I'm saying? You got mud in your shoes. You got this going on. You got to carry your brother because he wounded in battle. So you got to put him on your shoulder. You got to carry. You got to still keep fighting because if you don't, the enemy gonna get closer and closer till you invade you and take you out. We got to keep fighting because why? We got wounded soldiers. When the wounded soldiers in this troop will be brothers as we get closer to having victory in this war, right? Because we are at war. You got some brothers that are wounded, elements. Brothers got sicknesses and diseases that came upon them. The closer they get into salvation, and they get, and jobs being done, losing jobs, losing homes, and so forth and so forth. That's the wounded soldiers, right? Wife left them, family left, like however it play out. You got some brothers, myself included. All brothers are wounded. Wounded more than others. You might have to carry those certain brothers depending on situation. Meaning what? It might translate to what in the truth. You might have to, you might have to. Now it's another extra conversation for brothers. You gotta pick up brothers now. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take brothers here. You gotta bring brothers into your home. Let them stay with you. That's a carrying a wounded soldier. But you still gotta fight. That don't mean just because more is added that you neglect your duties as a soldier, man. We are soldiers for Hamashiach, man. And we got to perform when we're tired because we're at war. If we do not perform, we die. I don't understand what Jake is looking at and what Jake think. If you do not perform, you die. And that's with anything. That's with life. That's with relationships. That's with sports. That's in school. That's at your job. If you do not perform, meaning work, you die. If you don't work, you don't eat. And in our case, we want to eat the spirit. We want to work so that we can consume the spirit. We want to consume the bread of life. We want to consume the living water, which is Hamashiach YAHWASHI, so that he can be our shelter, our protector, and our guider in the time of darkness, man. The ones who perform when they're tired will receive their reward. And that's facts. Why that's that facts? Because it's written, man. It's written. And you got to believe the words to be true. You got to believe YAHWASHI that he's going to perform. It said, the scriptures say it's time for the work, oh Lord, work. And that's what's about to happen, man. So Lord willing, this quick exhortation was edifying. Hey, we all fucking tired, man. Jake got this excuse, got that excuse. I won't want your problems and you won't want mine, man. We all tired, but what? If we want to be those men, we want to be those elite men on the right-hand side, meaning the elect men, the chosen men of YAHWASHI, the chosen ones on this team, you got to perform, man. Everybody on the team is important. Everybody got a job. Just because you might not be the starting 5, don't mean the 6th man ain't important. The ones coming off the bench ain't important. The coach is important. Just because you ain't the head coach, don't mean the assistant coach ain't important. Just because you ain't the assistant coach, don't mean the other coach ain't important. The athletic trainer, right? The coach that's only responsible for getting scouting the men, and you got certain men that's only responsible for scouting players and for bringing lunches. You got different roles in the body, man. Every role is important. I need you and you need me, man. Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling translate to the body. It don't just cover you. It's not about you, bro. It's about the body. It's about the church. So if I work out my own salvation with fear and trembling, it translates to every man in the church. Because I'm being the best I can be so that I can be what I need to be for him. Kobe was being the best he could be, but it translated to the team. It made everybody else better. Great performers or great players make the team better. giving alms, right? Being there for brothers, being your brother's keeper and different things as such, shows you that you're an elite player. Studying, fasting, praying and teaching the class, correctly, right? Doing your videos, so forth and so forth. Those are elite players on the team of YAHAWASHI, man. And they're gonna make other men around them better, not deplete them, not diminish them of their priestly duties. You got men around here lollygagging and not taking this thing serious. But did you stop to think that how you're performing and how you're acting is gonna have a wear off and affect other men? What if other men around you are weak and they're not showing no attributes, but your attributes come around and then out of nowhere they get weak and now they want to give up. Now they not doing their videos. You got to think about stuff like that, because it's not about us. It's not about you. How I perform and how I act affects the men around me, affects the team, my team. We got to remember that. We got to understand that. So Lord willing, hey, the best performers, again, going back to the title, the best performers perform when they're tired. And right now we are at the tired. We're tired and the most tired we've ever been. And it's truth. No matter how, because we're that much closer to salvation. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. This exhortation was edifying to the member of the Lord's elect, because that's who it's for. That's all we care about, the Lord's elect, to seal in the elect. I want to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostle, elders of Bishop Greg Millstone, who will teach you on sound doctrine. Shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Mwafla Babal, Baba Ball, Shalom.